This is CBS 46 News at noon. Getting results.
Good afternoon. I'm Gervier Dinza filling in for Karen. She'll join you later on this afternoon. We're going to begin with breaking news this noon. The number of coronavirus cases here in Georgia continues to rise steadily. So let's get you caught up on the latest numbers from the Georgia Department of Public Health. We now have nearly 2,800 cases here in Georgia with 84 confirmed deaths. And here's a sign of just how overwhelmed healthcare agencies are becoming as the coronavirus continues to spread. CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm reports the Fulton County Health Department has now tightened its criteria on who can be tested.
Think about it, it's flu season and it's allergy season, so a lot of people are feeling pretty pitiful right about now, and they're wondering if they might have coronavirus. Well, that is overloading the system. Healthcare workers in Fulton County have their hands full. As the coronavirus has spread, Fulton County consistently has had the highest number of cases in the state. Starting today, if you're a resident of Fulton County and you show up at a Fulton County public health facility, they will only test you for COVID-19 if you have symptoms of the coronavirus, which include cough, fever, and shortness of breath. You must also meet one of the following criteria. You're 60 or older, or the caregiver of someone 60 or older. You're the caregiver of someone who's immune compromised. You're a healthcare worker, a patient with a serious chronic or medical condition like heart disease, diabetes, or lung disease, or you work or live in a congregate setting like a nursing home or a homeless shelter. In other words, the Fulton County Health Department will not test just anybody who's sick, which is why you should call first. We've got the number at the bottom of your screen. This is the Fulton County hotline. We also have it in a story we've posted on our CBS 46 app. Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
We also have new information this noon in the case of a quadruple shooting overnight in northeast Atlanta. Police right now are telling us this was a drive-by shooting, and one of the victims, doctors say, is experiencing coronavirus symptoms. CBS 46's Daniel Wilkerson just spoke with investigators.
COVID-19, just one more challenge the police are dealing with.
The gentleman that was transported to one of the hospitals was diagnosed with symptoms of COVID-19.
Captain T. Williams with the Atlanta Police Department says that victim, part of a quadruple shooting overnight on Ponce de Leon in northeast Atlanta. 2 adults, 2 juveniles tell police a black Pontiac pulled up. Someone inside started shooting at one of them and in the process shot all of them. Officers say when they arrived on scene, paramedics were loading the man with COVID-19 symptoms into an ambulance. Captain Williams says his officers never came into contact with that victim. Still, he says they're prepared should they have to.
We take the precautionary measures. We have the masks and gloves, and we also have the distancing that we apply when dealing with
Investigators say the other victims showed up at different hospitals. All of them have non-life-threatening injuries.
Police say the victims could not give a description of the shooter. Of course, if you have information about this case, you're asked to call police. In Atlanta, Daniel Wilkerson, CBS 46 News.
Meantime, President Trump has declared a major disaster in our state, ordering immediate federal assistance. This means federal dollars will be available to eligible local governments. Certain private nonprofit organizations will also be included, and they'll also get direct federal help. The president has extended social distancing guidelines through the end of April. That delays his previous hope for the country to reopen for business by Easter. The president also said that Cigna and Humana will waive co-payments for patients treated for coronavirus. New York continues to be the epicenter of the COVID-19 outbreak. There are now more than 130,000 confirmed cases of the virus in the country, and 55,000 of those cases are in New York. The CDC issued a travel advisory urging residents of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut to refrain from non-essential domestic travel for 14 days. And Governor Andrew Cuomo says he agrees with that decision.
This is not a lockdown. It is a travel advisory to be implemented by the states, in essence. It's nothing that we haven't been doing, right? Non-essential people should stay at home. So it's totally consistent with everything we're doing. And I support what the president did because it affirms what we've been doing.
And And we can tell you, too, that the U.S. Naval Hospital ship, the USNS Comfort, is expected to arrive in New York today. The Navy hospital ship has 1,000 beds on board. Officials do plan to treat patients who are not infected with the coronavirus on the ship, while keeping people who have the virus isolated in the city's hospitals. And some financial relief is on the way after President Trump signed a stimulus relief package worth more than $2 trillion. And depending on your income and family size, you can expect up to $1,200 direct deposited within 3 weeks. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says that this is going to incentivize small businesses to hire back workers because, quote, the government is paying you to do that.
My number one objective is now delivering to the American workers and American companies the needed money that will put this economy in a position where they can get through the next 8 to 10 weeks.
Secretary Mnuchin also says there's going to be a web-based application for people who don't get direct deposit. And your stimulus payment depends on your 2018 or 2019 tax return. So if you'd like to calculate how much you might be receiving, check out the CBS 46 app. We've put a handy calculator there to make it easy for you to figure out how much you can expect. Speaking of numbers, let's take a look at Wall Street right now, and the Dow is up almost 400 points right now. We're going to keep an eye on that for you throughout the half hour and throughout the day today. Some changes at MARTA we need to tell you about. They're in effect right now. Not as many people are using MARTA, so the transit system is cutting service by about 30%. Trains are shifting to a weekend schedule. And a lot of information, you know, is coming in and changing very rapidly. We're leading the coverage on the coronavirus outbreak with hourly updates on the powerful CBS 46 app, as well as our CBS 46 Facebook page. And you can join us for our next update at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Speaking of this afternoon, listen, it is a absolutely gorgeous day outside, sunny outside, but it does come with a warning, especially for those of you who might be suffering from allergies. Let's get straight over to meteorologist Fred Campagna. There's always a trade-off, Fred. We love this weather, but man, everything's covered in green.
I know, really is. And I went out for a very quick run in this ghost town between shows, between the morning newscast and the noon. Just a short one, but I could actually taste the pollen in the air. Never experienced that before, but it is a near record pollen count for us. And the dry weather, the breezy weather that we have this afternoon